Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new expanded deck profile. Today we're going to be looking at the Vikavolt Inteleon deck. That was actually a short force of a deck in Japan's standard format. When this deck first came out, this was actually really good in standard. However, we never got to see that standard because the Vikavolt was unfortunately delayed until Fusion Strike instead of releasing in Evolving Skies where it should have. And the Charjabug ended up rotating before we got it, unfortunately. So, rest in peace to one of the best single prize decks probably ever in the last, like, 5 years. Just not 4 years, I'll say. Not getting to see any play because of the unfortunate impact of our bad releases. But regardless, we're building around this Vikavolt right here with the Electro Blaster attack. Discard 2 lightning energy from this Pokemon, does 200 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Now that doesn't seem that great, to be honest. 3 energy, 70 bite is like not that good. 150 HP is whatever. Free retreat is cool. But we have Charjabug here, which has the battery ability. When during your turn, when you before you attack, you may attach this card from your hand to your Vikavolt or Vikavolt GX as a special energy, and it provides 2 lightning. So if you attach 2 Charjabug to Vikavolt, there's your Electro Blaster paid. We do play 4 Grubbin here, which has it's just a 70 HP. You don't have any energy besides the Charjabug, so don't worry about anything else. Use one of the one with the most HP. Unfortunately, like I said, the Charjabug rotated, which made the deck unplayable in standard. We're going to recreate it in the expanded format. 4 copies of Sobble here. Because we don't have energy, there's no reason to run the Rapid Strike one, so we run the one with more HP. Can't use the attacks, so that's not what we're talking about. Drizzile is used for shady dealings. When you play it from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. One of the things about this deck is that you basically always want to be using Rare Candy, so having an ability to find either the Rare Candy or the Evolution Incense to piece together a combo is great. You don't want to be using... you don't want to be evolving manually with Charjabug because that means you can't attach it. 2 copies of the Shady Dealings Inteleon. When you play from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards. So it's just Drizzile, but done twice, allowing you to get both pieces of the Rare Candy combo if need be. 1 copy of Quick Shooting Inteleon here. Once during your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. 200 is a pretty good damage number, however, it's missing quite a lot of the things we need to hit, particularly V's, think Shadow Rider, Volcarona, and the like have 210 and 220. So you can get a quick shooting in there and take the KO. You could cut this for other things, but I like having the damage mod in the deck. And because it is Scoop Up Netable, it is actually reusable, potentially in 1 turn. 1 copy of Jirachi-EX with Stellar Guidance. When you play it from your hand to your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter, reveal it and put it into your hand. This allows you to get your supporters more consistently. We do play 4 Level Balls and Scoop Up Net, so that's why we're playing Jirachi over something like Tapu Lele. 3 copies of Juniper is the most fast and aggressive draw supporter and expand, allowing you to discard your hand and draw 7. 3 copies is pretty good. You don't want to discard too heavily because we are a stage 2 deck, however you do need that consistency. Do play 1 copy of Cynthia. This is the rare case where I actually really want Cynthia in a deck. Usually I always play N or Marnie. Cynthia just felt really good here because we don't really need to hand disrupt our opponent, we just need to draw what we need. And I always want the consistent draw 6 as an option without having to discard my hand. We do still, however, play a copy of N. Each player shuffles his or her hand in his or her deck, and then draw the card for the remaining prize cards. So, because we're a single prize deck, we can force our opponent down to low prize card numbers and then take advantage of that, which is pretty good. Do play a copy of Ranger as well. This is one of the single prize decks where I think Ranger can actually be good, and you also need to shake off item lock. I do advocate for not putting Ranger into a lot of single prize decks if they just don't win against ADP or item lock anyway. This one can actually beat those decks though, so I think Ranger is worth playing. 1 copy of it removes all effects on each player and his or her Pokemon, so if your opponent's got an Altered Creation GX used, removes that, or if your opponent put effect on you like item lock, it also gets rid of that. 1 copy of Teammates. You can only play it if one of your Pokemon is knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward. So because we're going to be getting knocked out basically every single turn, we're going to be using Teammates quite a bit. Playing 1 copy is very good. Playing 2 starts to run the risk of not finding your other draw supporters at the beginning of the game. So it just allows you getting 2 cards, potentially a Rare Candy and Pokemon to put into play. We play 12 different search cards, 4 of Level Ball, search your deck for Pokemon 90 HP or less. We play 4 Nest Ball, search deck for a basic Pokemon, put it on your bench, and 4 Evolution Incense, search deck for an Evolution. We don't play Ultra Ball or Quick Ball. I just don't think they're entirely necessary. You could play Quick Ball over Nest Ball, though, to get Jirachi. However, I typically don't have that many consistency issues with the deck, considering it runs the Inteleon engine. So this has worked pretty good for me in terms of the consistency engine. However, if you have something that you like better, then go ahead and use it. 4 copies of Rare Candy. You choose one of your basic Pokemon to play and then put a stage 2 onto it. So obviously you want to get your Vikavolt in play using that. You can in a pinch also get an Inteleon from a Sobble to search 2 trainer cards. 2 copies of Net allows us to reuse the Inteleon line, which is really good. Potentially if you also have a Charjabug in play, you could pick that up, but you don't want to do that. It's mainly here for reusing the Inteleon line. You can pick up your Shady Dealings to use them again, and potentially use multiple quick shootings in a turn to get massive KOs. 1 copy of Field Blower. Field Blower is pretty good in here just to get rid of tools that would boost your opponent's HP. Usually I don't advocate for Field Blower in too many decks, however it works fine here. There is some stadiums that can also cause problems. As you can see, we don't play a stadium ourselves, so if you can remove a stadium such as a Temple of Sinnoh, you can get yourself in a more advantageous position. 4 copies of Rescue Carrier. Put up to 2 Pokemon, each with 90 HP or less from each battle into your hand. So you're going to need to get back Charjabugs. Every time you attack, you're going to be discarding 1 Charjabug, and you're probably going to be getting knocked out, meaning the second one's going to go down. So you're going to need to get back Charjabugs, you're going to need to get back Grubbins, so you can continue chaining. We do also play, I'm going to skip 1 card, for this Rescue Stretcher. Put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, or shuffle 3 from your discard pile into your deck. You're almost always going to do shuffle 3 because you're going to just get back multiple Vikavolts and maybe Grubbins as well. That way you can save your Rescue Carriers for Charjabug. 3 copies of VS Seeker. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. Is obviously good because we need to reuse multiple copies of these supporters in a game, so I like that quite a bit. One thing I didn't mention with the Rescue Carrier and Rescue Stretcher is that they can also be used to pick up Drizzile from the discard pile and use that if you have a Sobble in play. 1 copy of Float Stone gives you free retreat. This is just so you have free retreat over a long period. I usually would attach this to an Inteleon piece, and the reason I play Float Stone over the U-turn board is because Grubbin has 2 retreat, so you want to get a Grubbin out of the active. But potentially you could just run a 3rd Scoop Up Net, and I don't think you would really hurt yourself at all. It's just, for me, I like having the variety, because we do play 1 copy of Dowsing Machine, allowing us to put a trainer card from this ground into our hand after we discard 2 cards from our hand, meaning that you can give yourself now the option to reuse either one. Although Scoop Up Net is generally going to be better, I play the split, I like the split, that's just how I do it. Typically you're going to put this on your quick shooting Inteleon. Anyway, I appreciate you all checking out this video. If you did enjoy it, check out my other expanded deck profiles and my tabletop gameplay content. Hopefully coming back with some more tabletop content very soon. Give it a try on the expanded ladder. Maybe you like the list, maybe you don't. Go ahead and change some things up. As always, my lists are not perfect, so that's just fine. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.